I'm going to ask a question that has been on a few people's minds because I've had this conversation with people, and it's about the AT Pro, which is it's kind of the Toyota Camry, if you will, of the metal detecting market. It is ridiculously dependable. It has a track record. It has a history, and it's been out for a long time. Yep, 2010. It first came out in 2010. Now, I own an AT Pro, and if you go way back to the first videos on this channel, you will see me hunting with an AT Pro. But the metal detecting market is weird. Garrett is still selling new AT Pros to people. Yeah, there's a anniversary edition that is still being sold, and the price of that, of course, it comes with other things as well. But we're talking about $400 to $500 detector. Now, that strikes me as a little bit odd. Now, I drive a Jeep, and that's a brand that really has stayed very similar to its earlier iterations, but it has changed. If you compare a 2010 Jeep of any type with a 2020 Jeep, you're getting a very different machine. You're probably getting GPS, you're probably getting computers, you're probably getting, you could even buy it with the auto stopping features. My point is, there is new technologies that come out. And I'm curious. I own a Simplex, which is a detector that is causing a lot of buzz right now for what is offered for the price point. I personally, I can't believe what the value that you get for $254 for a Simplex. So we kind of have to settle this. I built a test garden, which was an ordeal in itself, but we're going to compare Garrett AT Pro, which I still own, still have, with the Nokta Makro Simplex. It is finally time. We are making a test garden. It's going to pain me to bury these coins after digging them up, but you know what? They're going to help us dig up a lot more coins. I'm going to be able to see what the true capabilities of my detectors are. So let me disclose, this is my first time making and using my test garden, and it was harder than I thought. I must have shot this video 4 or 5 times, and the reason why is the amount of iron that was in my backyard. I had to dig, and then I tested, and then I noticed, oh, there is a signal there from a piece of iron, and it really took me some time to get all the little pieces of iron out, with the exception of the one time, the one station at the test garden where we are trying to put a piece of iron by a valuable object. First hole is going to be penny at 6 inches. And oh my god, if the dogs dig these up, well, I'll be half proud of them. And the other half, I'll be like, grrr. Okay, so penny at 6 inches. Next hole is going to be a quarter. I don't even know the point of that. Quarter at 6 inches. Pretty much all the detectors can do that, but just for the hell of it, let's do that. Yeah, I'm talking to you. No digging up holes. Come here. It's okay. It's a camera. Hi, sissy. Hey, bro, no digging up holes. Yeah, I know, I'm weird, I dig holes. That's what I do. Okay, there we go. Let's bury it. Next is going to be a very important one. We're going to put a penny down by penny, and we're going to put screws not on top of it, but next to it on either side. like so. Penny, 2 screws. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that was at 6 inches. Alright, the next one is the length of my pinpointer, at least to the top of the arrow of the pinpointer, which is 8 inches right here. And we're going to put a penny down there. So there we go. It looks just... Man, dirt keeps coming in. Looks just like that. There it is. All the way down there. Next one is going to be... This is totally submerged. And it's 9 inches tall. And I'd say this is a little bit more than that. We're going to put a quarter in right here. Flat. That's going to call that 10 inches down. And finally, this is the hopelessly deep signal right here. So look at this. This is well underneath. Actually, let's make it a little bit deeper. I put a little fill in. Let's make it a little bit deeper. We want it to be, I'm approximating 12 inches right here. This is 9. Yeah, so we got, this is 12 inches right here. And where'd I put that coin? Here it is. Okay, let's put a quarter down. 12 inches flat right here. I might never see that quarter again. I would say that that is beyond the reach of the majority of metal detectors today, and we'll see how my detectors do. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. I see you type in, oh, my detector can get that at 12 inches. Listen, if there's one thing that I learned about this, and I measured each one of the holes, you know, from the bottom to the top, metal detectors exaggerate the lengths a little bit. 6 inches is more like 5. 8 inches is more like 7. There is a 1 inch gap that is there from what is showed on the screen. And I think the reason for that is factoring in grass. But, you know, that's one thing that I noticed, one thing that I learned from making a test garden. Alright, so for the remainder of this video, the focus is going to be on the question, is the AT Pro still relevant? Let me preface that by saying it is a legendary detector and it deserves to be legendary. Making it submersible 10 years ago, you know, and, you know, with the durability that it has, the depth, the versatility that it had at the time, that's a phenomenal piece of history. But again, it's being sold today, and we have another buzzworthy detector that is deservedly buzzworthy in the Nokta Simplex. And we're going to compare the performances. Remember, we're talking $500 for an AT Pro, $250 for a Simplex. Let's do it. Alright, the AT Pro is going to be properly ground balanced, and we are going to have it in 0 mode. So let's do that. And let's actually start with the penny signal at, no, the quarter signal at 6 inches. No problem. Now penny, no problem. I'm getting EMI, so let's actually turn this off and we'll re-ground balance every time. Okay, much better. So, quarter, 6 inches, penny 6 inches. No problems. Alright, back to the Garrett. This is the one with the nails. So 2 nails around a coin. And 6 inches this is. I could hear that higher tone.
It's in there. That's impressive right there. Notice that the numbers on this one are a lot higher. I saw some low ones in there too, to be honest, to be totally objective. But I think both we would dig. We'd wind up digging. Alright, this is a quarter at 8 inches. You saw it go for a second, all 5 arrows down. Numbers are not accurate, but that's the truth with a lot of machines. It's still reading it at 8 inches. AT Pro quarter at 8 inches. Look at these reeds. There's nothing else in there. I've tested it. Well, there might be something very small. This is sensitive to that. But long story short, quarter 8 inches, it is getting a signal. The correct signal, that's highly debatable. Getting blips for the quarter at 10 inches. Let's re-ground balance. We're in 0. 0 is the mode. Maybe you dig that. And I saw a correct target ID flash. You'd really have to know your machine in order to dig that. Let's try different modes. 0, with my experience, has been the deepest. Let's go to coins. Not repeating. You get sporadic. Yeah, 0 is the way to be. Nope. You know, it's much clearer with, other signals. Yeah, but that's a lot easier than something 2 inches deeper. Not really picking that one up either. It's getting ground interference too. And I have been pulling stuff. All that's left is, see, all that's left is really tiny stuff. And the machines are both going towards the smaller stuff and ignoring the deeper signal. Took a while, but so I switched to field 1. Look at this. I think we have a clear winner. let's do a quick compare of features between these two detectors. One, you have a lit face, and you also can go oops, you also have a flashlight, which I think is the coolest thing. So it follows you. You can see the coil. I like that a lot. And you can adjust the brightness of the screen if you wish.
There's also a full beach mode, and it is saltwater capable. You have to move the ground balance down to 0 on the Simplex. If anybody has ever tried an AT Pro on the beach, you know you're in for a struggle when you get to the wet sand. In the dry sand, it's fine. Most detectors are fine in the dry sand, but it is a hot mess in the wet sand. And we're talking about, once again, a detector that is twice the price of the Simplex. It's history. It's like owning an old Corvette. You know, it's a beautiful thing. But I think performance-wise, price-wise, the Simplex has it. You get more features, you get more modes. There's 2 park modes, there's a field mode, there is a beach mode, and there's also a all-metal mode. You could adjust the volume, you could adjust the brightness of the screen. The AT Pro, again, groundbreaking for its time, but what you see is what you get. And I question if it has a place, dare I say, in the detecting market in 2020. And nothing against Garrett. If you've been watching my videos lately, I have been absolutely loving the Apex. That is a phenomenal machine. It has won me over after a very rough start. But that's cheaper than the AT Pro, man. Like, why is the AT Pro still on the market? I'm making this video for people who are perhaps considering buying a detector. I don't want to just give you my opinion. I want to show you why. You get the same depth. You arguably, well, we didn't do much on target separation with this video, but on the part where there were 2 iron screws around it, I would say that that was a draw. You know, equal target separation. You know, you have a really, really good detector in the Simplex. I question what the place of the AT Pro is in the market. It's a name, and people who are new to the hobby, who have not done the research, they will say, okay, you know, I see this YouTuber or that YouTuber using an AT Pro. That's a good machine. Let me try it. It is a good machine. There's better values out there. I'm positive of that. So, again, I hope that this not only stated my opinion on this, but it proved to you why. You get more with a machine that is half the price of an AT Pro. And, you know, it honestly, it's a superior machine. It's a superior machine. The Simplex is better than the AT Pro. That's my opinion right there. Garrett deservedly has built a name in the field, and if you want to go with the Garrett machine, I would advise you to get the Apex above the AT Pro. Both can be plugged in to the computer. You can download the latest algorithm. If they choose to change something on it, you just upgrade just like that. You download it. Rechargeable batteries. It's got a built-in rechargeable battery, whereas the AT Pro, although you can buy rechargeable batteries and a separate charger, you know, you're going to go through battery costs. It's a more expensive machine to run. One more angle before we wrap this up, and that is I have seen a lot of absolutely amazing AT Pro users who, because of the machine's longevity, know their machine cold. There's no substitute for that. Me getting all of these detectors, I am uprooting myself each time and learning a new detector. There is a learning curve that goes with that will benefit me too by having the global perspective of swinging so many detectors. But I'm telling you, the best detectorists that I know, they use one machine for years and years and years before they choose to upgrade, and they give that a lot of thought too. My point is, if you are in the market for a first detector in 2020, a first one, it probably makes more sense that you start your learning curve with something that is current. So I hope I laid out my rationale, and I hope this helps you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks, everybody.